In wireless media, we are going to use electromagnetic waves. Radio waves are omnidirectional. What is omnidirectional then? Radio waves offers poor security. That means radio wave does not provide any security. Baud rate is number of signals units per second. Good morning to all. A warm welcome to my new session. I am Revati, faculty, Department of Computer Science, Vidyashram, First Grade College, Mysore. We are in the fourth session of baseband and broadband transmission. Today's class, I'm going to discuss something new and something very interesting concept called unguided media. Before that, let me to recall the things what I covered in the last session. In the last session, I covered guided media. Under guided media, I discussed twisted pair cable, coaxial cable and fiber optics cable. But today's session, I'm going to deal with unguided media. Under unguided media, I'm going to discuss what is radio waves, what is microwaves, and what is infrared waves. Along with that, I'm going to discuss what is baud rate and what is bit rate. In the examination point of view, it is very important topic. You may get 2-mark question or you may expect 8 marks question. Dear students, in the last class, we studied what is guided media. Just recall the things, what we studied there. In the guided media, we studied what is guided media. What is guided media? It is nothing but it establishes a physical path between two devices. I repeat, it establishes a physical path between two devices. That means there is an end-to-end connection. A guided media is also example for wired connection. To establish connection, we required wires. So, example for wires are twisted pair cable, coaxial cable and fiber optics cable. What is unguided media? It is nothing but wireless media. So, to transmit data, we are not going to use any physical path. I repeat, to establish the connection, we are not going to use any physical path. Here, connections are established through electromagnetic waves. I repeat, in wireless media, we are going to use electromagnetic waves. So, electromagnetic waves are transmitted without using any physical media. Air is the best way to transmit electromagnetic waves from one end to another. Next, moving on to type of unguided media. So, here we are going to get 3 different types of unguided media. In that first one, radio waves, then microwaves, then infrared waves. Just recall the things. What is guided media? It is nothing but a wireless communication media. What is the next point? Here, electromagnetic waves are used. That means that transmission is going to take place in the form of electromagnetic waves. And what is the next point? Air is the media used to send electromagnetic waves. And coming into the type of unguided media, we are going to get three different kinds of unguided media. In that first one, radio waves, then microwaves and infrared waves. Let's discuss these types one by one. What is the first type? That is radio waves. Radio waves are the electromagnetic waves. Dear student, please remember, throughout the session, I am going to use the word electromagnetic waves. Here, radio waves are the electromagnetic waves that are transmitted all the direction. That are transmitted all the direction of free space. Here free space nothing but once again air. I repeat, radio waves are the electromagnetic waves that are transmitted in all the direction of free space. It is omnidirectional. I repeat, radio waves are omnidirectional. What is omnidirectional then? The signals are propagated in all the direction. Omnidirection means what? The signals are propagated all the direction. That is called omnidirectional. The range in the frequency of radio waves is from 3 kilohertz to 1 kilohertz. What is the frequency? The radio waves are responsible for transmitting the data. That is 3 kilohertz to 1 kilohertz. In the case of radio waves, the antennas are not aligned. I repeat, in the case of radio waves, the sending antenna and receiving antenna are not aligned. So, in the case of radio waves, the sending and receiving antennas are not aligned. Then what is the example for radio waves? That is FM radio. What is the example here? That is FM radio. Here, radio waves are magnetic waves that are transmitted all the direction by using air. It is omnidirectional, and what is the frequency? It is 3 kilohertz to 1 kilohertz, and here antennas are not aligned. And the best example for radio wave is FM radio. Then what is the application of radio waves? Where we can able to find radio waves? So radio waves is useful for multicasting. I repeat, radio waves are useful for multicasting. What is multicasting then? There is one sender and there are n number of receiver. There is only one sender and there are n number of receivers, and they are capable to receive the signals. A radio wave is useful for multicasting when there is one sender and many receiver. So, only one sender and you are going to get n number of receiver. The example here is FM radio and television. Moving on to the advantages of radio waves. The first advantage of radio waves are it is used in van and mobile cell phone. I repeat, it is used in WAN, that is wide area network, and mobile cell phones. So here radio transmission uses broadcast technology or broadcast mechanism. What is broadcast mechanism? Only the one sender is going to send the signals and the receivers are responsible for receiving the signal. So there are n number of receivers. What is the next advantage? Radio waves cover a large area. I repeat, radio waves covers large area and they can penetrate the walls. They can penetrate the walls. What is penetrate? That means they can go through the walls. They can cross the walls. So that is the another advantage of radio wave transmission. Then what is the third advantage? The third advantage here is it provides higher data transmission rate. It provides higher data transmission rate. So these are the some of the advantages of radio wave. Dear students, another type of unguided media is microwaves. In microwaves, both the sending antenna and receiving antenna must be aligned. I repeat, both the sending antenna and receiving antenna must be aligned. Here, the distance covered by the signal is directly proportional to the height of the antenna. In the microwaves, the distance covered by the signal is directly proportional to the height of the antenna. The next point, microwaves are unidirectional. Microwaves are unidirectional. That means there is one sender. The job of the sender is to send the signal. So the signals are travel in only one direction. That is unidirectional. I repeat, microwaves are unidirectional. That means the signals are going to flow in one direction and it is used for mobile communication and television distribution. In mobile, we can able to receive the signal. In mobile phone, we can able to receive the signal, but vice versa is not possible. That means mobiles are not going to send any signal back. So what are the points you have to remember here? The first point is sending antenna and receiving antennas are not aligned. And what is the second point you have to remember here is it is unidirectional and the distance covered by the signals are directly proportional to the height of the antenna. And what are the example? Here it is mobile communication and television distribution. These are the two examples for microwave transmission. Moving on to the characteristics of microwaves. What is the first characteristics? Here it is the frequency range of microwave is from 4 to 6 gigahertz to 21 to 23 gigahertz. The frequency range of microwave is from 4 to 6 gigahertz to 21 to 23 gigahertz. What is the bandwidth capacity? Then the bandwidth capacity is 1 to 10 Mbps. It is very inexpensive for shorter distance and it is very expensive for higher tower for longer distance. I repeat, microwaves is expensive as it required higher tower for a longer distance. Suppose if you want to use microwaves for longer distance, then the height of the tower is also high. That means high towers are required for longer distance. These are the characteristics of microwaves. What is the advantages of microwave? What is the first advantage? Here, microwave transmission is cheaper than using cables. Compared to cable, this microwave transmission is cost effective. By using microwave, the communication can take place for a longer distance. That means the communication covers oceans can be achieved by using microwave transmission. By using microwave communication, the communication can be achieved over oceans. I repeat, communication over oceans can be achieved by using microwave transmission. These are the two advantages of microwave transmission. Moving on to the next type, that is infrared. What is infrared? Why we required infrared? Here, infrared nothing but a wireless technology, that means wireless transmission technology that is used for shorter range. That is used for shorter range. I repeat, here infrared transmission is a wireless technology and that is mainly used for shorter range. Okay, what is the frequency supported by infrared? The frequency supported by infrared is 300 gigahertz to 400 terahertz. I repeat, 300 gigahertz to 400 terahertz. Here, infrared waves are used to transfer the data between two cell phones. That means infrared waves are used to transfer data between two cell phones. Here, the two cell phones can able to transmit the data each other through infrared waves. It cannot penetrate through obstacles. That means it cannot cross the obstacles. Consider the example wall. Here, infrared waves cannot cross walls. Infrared waves cannot cross the walls. These are some of the points. I repeat, infrared transmission is a wireless transmission used for shorter distance and it is used to transfer the data between two mobile phones and it is also used in TV remote. What is the characteristics of infrared waves? The first characteristic here is it supports high bandwidth. I repeat, it supports high bandwidth. Hence, the data rate is also high. The next characteristics of infrared waves is infrared waves cannot penetrate the walls. So, the infrared communication in one room cannot be interrupted by the nearby room. These are the two important characteristics of infrared waves. Now, we are going to recall the things what we studied throughout the session. That is the difference between radio wave, microwave and infrared waves. What is the first difference with respect to direction? The first difference with respect to direction. In that first one, radio wave. Radio wave is omnidirectional in nature. Then what is the second type, that is microwave. Microwave, by definition and direction, it is unidirectional. And what about infrared? Infrared also unidirectional. The next difference with respect to frequency range. Here, radio wave supports frequency, that is, the range here is 3 kilohertz to 1 gigahertz. Here, microwave frequency range here is 1 gigahertz to 300 gigahertz. Here, infrared frequency range is 300 gigahertz to 400 gigahertz. The third difference with respect to security. Radio waves offers poor security. That means radio wave does not provide any security. Moving on to microwaves. Microwaves provides medium security. Next, moving on to infrared waves, it provides higher security. Then the fourth difference with respect to usage cost. The fourth difference with respect to usage cost. In radio waves, setup and usage cost is moderate. I repeat, in radio waves, the setup and usage cost is moderate. Moving on to the microwaves, the setup and usage cost is high. That means the cost required to establish the connection is very high with respect to microwaves. Moving on to infrared waves, the usage cost is very less. Dear students, the fifth difference with respect to communication. So, radio waves are used for longer distance communication, whereas microwaves are used for longer distance communication, whereas infrared is used for shorter distance communication. These are the major difference between radio waves, microwaves and infrared waves. Moving on to the next topic, that is baud rate. The next topic is baud rate. What is baud rate? Here baud rate is a number of signal unit per second. In the transmission media, how many number of signal units per second is transmitted? That is called baud rate. This is the transmission media. While calculating baud rate, what you want to consider? Number of units per second. Baud rate is also defined as per second number of changes. Baud rate is also defined as per second number of changes. During the transmission of data, the data may get changed. Whatever the change occurred, that is called changes per second. It is mainly focused on data transmission. Here, baud rate is mainly focused on data transmission. Moving on to the next topic, that is bit rate. What is bit rate? How to calculate bit rate? Here, bit rate is transmission of number of bits per second. During the transmission of data, we are going to consider the number of bits per second. Bit rate can be defined as per second travel number of bits. Per second travel number of bits. That means per second how many number of bits are traveled. That is called bit rate. So here bit rate mainly depends on computer efficiency. These are the three main points comes under bit rate. Bit rate is measured in terms of number of bits per second. Bit rate is also measured as per second travel number of bits, and it is based on the computer efficiency, how efficient the computer can able to transmit the data. Let's recall the things, that is the difference between bit rate and baud rate. Here the first difference with respect to definition. What is the first definition of bit rate? Bit rate is transmission of number of bits per second. Bit rate is transmission of number of bits per second, where baud rate is number of signals unit per second. I repeat, baud rate is nothing but number of signal units per second. And the second difference with respect to definition, the bit rate is also defined as per second travel number of bits. I repeat, bit rate can also defined as per second travel number of bits, where baud rate is also defined as per second number of changes. Moving on to the third difference with respect to focus. Here bit rate focus on computer efficiency. That is, bit rate may vary based on the computer efficiency. Moving on to the baud rate. The baud rate mainly focus on data transmission. Here baud rate is mainly going to focus on data transmission. The fourth difference with respect to formula. To calculate bit rate, what is the formula? Bit rate equal to baud rate into the number of bit per baud rate. I repeat, to calculate the bit rate, we are going to use the formula bit rate equal to baud rate multiplied by the number of bits per baud. Formula for calculating baud rate is bit rate divided by the number of bit per baud. I repeat, to calculate the baud rate, the formula is baud rate equal to bit rate divided by the number of bits per baud. Dear students, just recall the things what we discussed in this session. In this session, we discussed what is unguided media. Under unguided media, we discussed what is radio wave. Then we discussed what is microwave. Then we discussed what is infrared waves. Then we discussed difference between radio waves, microwaves and infrared waves. Then we studied what is bit rate and what is baud rate. At the end, we discussed the difference between baud rate as well as bit rate. In the next session, I am going to discuss the modulation. In that, what is modulation and type of modulation. In modulation, we are going to get three type of modulation, that is amplitude modulation, frequency modulation and phase modulation. These are the topics I'm going to discuss in the next session. This is all about today's session. Let's meet in the next session. Until then, take care.